Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to hold 4 bilaterals on the sidelines of the G7 summit today. The most talked about is the meeting with US President Donald Trump that is set to take place at 3:45 p.m. Indian Standard Time. The meet is expected to last for about 45 minutes. Now, this will be the second meet between the two leaders this year. Remember, the bilaterals come in the backdrop of India's move to end Kashmir's special status and trade tensions with the US. Trump has offered to mediate the Kashmir issue thrice, but India has made it clear that it does not want any third-party involvement. Before meeting Trump, PM Modi will be meeting the President of Senegal, Macky Sall, at 12:30 Indian Standard Time. Modi is also set to hold a bilateral meet also with German Chancellor Angela Merkel at around 3 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Remember, they last met on the sidelines of the G20 summit in Osaka in June. Modi's last bilateral engagement will be with the President of Chile, Sebastián Pinera. Pinera is one of the several non-G7 leaders invited to the summit. The Indian PM will also be participating in 2 sessions, one on climate biodiversity, oceans, and the other on digital transformation. It's after a gap of more than 10 years that India has been invited at the G7 summit. The last time India was invited was back in 2005 when Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister. In his first bilateral on the sidelines of the G7 summit, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi met with his British counterpart, Boris Johnson. Now, PM Modi congratulated Johnson on the UK's victory in the 3rd test in the Ashes tournament. They both also discussed ways to strengthen ties between UK and India. This is the first meet between the two leaders since Boris Johnson took charge as the British Prime Minister. The meeting lasted for 30 minutes. There you can see the two leaders meeting there. In the last earlier conversation, in fact, that happened last week, PM Modi had raised the issue of violent protest that took place outside the Indian mission by Pakistani and Khalistani groups on Independence Day with the British Prime Minister. Now, Boris Johnson has regretted the incident and assured that the safety of the Indian mission as well. He has also made it clear that Kashmir is a bilateral issue.
I'm fine. And congratulations. Thank you so much. I told you were campaigning. Wherever you won,
Shortly after this talk, PM Modi met with the UN chief Antonio Guterres.
French President Macron hosts the annual G7 summit.
Prime Minister Modi represents India as a special invitee. On the agenda, tackling climate change. On the sidelines, a one-on-one meeting with US President Trump. WION brings you the latest from the world stage in bilaterals as India attends the global summit after nearly a decade.